All right, first we are going to make our mixture. And what we have here is some crumbled sourdough, the sliced parts of it, 1.5 cups. We have 3 teaspoons of mashed banana, and then we have about 1/2 cup of chopped peanuts. So this is gonna be the base of our sourdough crumble surprise. We're gonna just add 1 more egg to the base. Pinch of salt. All right, and we're gonna mix. I'm gonna just mix with this. This is also gonna go on the sides of the sourdough. So this is just how to dress up a sourdough loaf. This is no sugar per the request of our taste testers. But it saves us time from making a whole sourdough loaf. Okay, that smells very banana-y. So we're just gonna use a portion of this. So we have our 2 loaves. And I'm gonna just put this at the bottom. They're gonna have to eat out of it. So I'm just gonna put this at the bottom, about a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch thick. Should probably be using a different tool. So we're just gonna line the bottom about 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch thick. It's a little thick right here, so I'm gonna take some of it off. We're gonna put it in the next one. Just gonna line that tray, the bottom of it. Again, this is just banana, some sourdough, peanuts, some salt, egg. But I really like using banana to sweeten what we're doing. It's gonna really sweeten a loaf. So we're gonna just bake this first so that it firms up. So look, that looks really good. All right. We're gonna bake this first for the base of our reimagined loaf. Same thing with this one. This is just a different tray, a little bit larger, this is about 5 inches diameter. The other one was about 4 inches diameter. But we are just getting the base down. It's gonna be a nice crumble base. Now I would prefer it to, thank you so much. I would prefer to put sugar on this, but those who requested this do not want sugar, so we do not add sugar. Anyway. All right, here we go. So these are gonna go in the oven for 15 minutes. And we're gonna work on the, so let's check 15 minutes from now. We're at 5 on the live, so in 20 of the live, Okay, now we're gonna work on the filling, the inside of what we are creating. All right, so the filling. Mix coat the sides. All right, let's see. All right, we have something else we're doing over here. All right, so we're gonna freeze this. We're gonna freeze the banana with some vanilla extract. You should only do a teaspoon of the vanilla extract. It's all good, because it's not that big a deal. And we're gonna do vanilla extract. Mashed potatoes. Okay. And then we have some coconut. So I took some coconut and I had to soften it. So we are softening this. But first we need to strain it. So we're straining this coconut to give it a coconut flavor, coconut banana flavor, soften it, just really brighten up the sourdough. We're gonna pipe this inside of it. So I still need to put some, squeeze out the moisture. It's too much moisture. Watch this. So I'm gonna put it in the paper towel. Look at that. Look at how much moisture is still inside. It's quite a bit. All right, so now we're just gonna bag this and put it in the freezer. So it'll be a nice filling. But now it's softened. This is really soft now. Okay. Could probably use this bowl. I don't know what I was doing with that. So this is the that. And then there's this mixture of bananas and vanilla extract. Just gonna do a quick mix. I don't want to mix it too much. Probably too much vanilla extract. Smells good. All right, so we're just going to fold this together. We're gonna just pipe this inside of the dough later. But I'll show you guys that at a later point. Because right now, it's okay. It's not as sweet as I'd want it to, but hopefully the vanilla extract will give it a nice hue. I also have some caviar limes. So caviar limes are really good, if you could see it. We're gonna use that to also brighten up what we're making. All right, hello, Mila Bell. All right. Okay, let me know if you guys have any questions. Okay, so So there's that. We're gonna go ahead and put this in a bag and then put it in the freezer. And then we're gonna pipe it in later because I want it to be fresh. This is not gonna be consumed for a couple of hours. So just putting it in a bag, so we don't have a lot of space in the freezer. Now, if I was making this for myself, I would add some powdered sugar to this filling. For sure. But if you guys are still on, subscribe. Welcome and subscribe. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know where you guys are watching from. So I'm just gonna stick this in the freezer. All right. Okay, so next, I'm gonna rinse this out. Rinsing out my blended mix container. And my seat, and then we'll get started on those cookies in 2 seconds. Just a good idea to do your best, keep the kitchen clean while you're cooking so you can reuse whatever you need to use. But I'll show you what, so this is what the caviar lime looks like when it's ripe. It kind of look black. And then when you open it up, you're getting this out of it. They're really good. It's like a burst of lime. So I'm gonna throw that in at the very end just to, after all of this is baked. But we're gonna pipe that concoction into some loaf of sourdough. And I'm just, again, just reimagining a sourdough loaf to make it more of a dessert. All right, so it's time for this. We're gonna, you need to grab your roller. And what time is it? Let's check on our, all right, that's cooking well. All right, so we always need to kind of dust the top of this. All right, sorry guys. All right, we're gonna dust the top. And we're gonna cut out some holiday cookies. I'm making this for myself. But the sourdough thing is for someone else. So this is recipe number 2. Sorry. I'm gonna just do half first. We'll do the other half later. But we're gonna make some holiday cookies. What's your favorite holiday? I'd like to hear in the chat. Let me know what your favorite holiday is. Maybe we can do a cutout for your favorite holiday. All right. I'm gonna just flip this over. There we go. There we go. That makes it easier to mold. Maybe I'll just move you guys over. We just swept the floors and steam them. So I'm trying not to get it full of all of this flour. And I'm just gonna cut out some triangles to make Christmas trees. You know what, I can decorate them nicer now with like marshmallows and sprinkles, but I'm not really big on sprinkles myself, personally. I might just glaze it But I prefer a thin glaze. I don't like those thick glaze. I like a donut glaze on these sugar cookies. These are made with oat flour. Alright. Okay. Beautiful. Alright, so let's cut it up. Alright, I'm just gonna do a simple... I'm gonna make 2 rows. Like this. I'm gonna make some triangles as my Christmas trees. Again, you guys can put in the chat your favorite holiday. Doesn't have to be anything more than that. We get the drift. If you have a something to cut something out, great. If you want to keep remashing your dough, great. For me, I can cut Christmas trees this way. And then I have less re-rolling to do. Also, since I'm not, these are for me, I just like this size. And these are great. And anything that doesn't work can be just placed into a circle while I'm putting these on the tray, and they can be turned into a circle cookie again. So this doesn't look great. All I have to do, put it into a bowl. And then I can flatten it and I can make another cookie out of it. So that's it. That's pretty much it. These are Christmas trees though. But I got a lot of cool toppings recently. We have sprinkles, we have other things. Put in the chat what your favorite topping is. Maybe we can make a cookie in honor of you. Alright. For me, I really like this mixture. It gives a little bit of salt, a lot of salt. Only a 1/4 cup of sugar, so it's good. I'm making these. Again, if you want the recipe, it's in my other live video. Just go to my live tab. And that's where that recipe is. Today, this recipe you're going to see from this chat is going to be the sourdough loaves that we're making. Okay, what did you guys say? Oh, Christmas. So you have Christmas as your favorite. Well, I'm making, so here's your here's your Christmas tree. That's your favorite holiday. My favorite holiday, can you guys guess what you think my favorite holiday is? Chats. So this Christmas tree is for Christmas cookies. I'm making 2 things. I'm making a sourdough. I'm reimagining a sourdough loaf, making it more of a dessert, and then I'm making, these are just sugar cookies made with oat flour. But, yeah, that's all I'm making. Anyway. What did you guys say? All right. My favorite holiday is the Super Bowl. It's like the ultimate Friendsgiving. Everybody's free, everybody's off, and they're watching the game. It's great. All right, we're gonna stick this in. We're gonna pull out what we made before, which was some a base. See how those turned out? All right, sounds good. Sorry. So this is the other one. This is the base for our reimagined dessert. And now we're gonna put the sugar cubes on. All right. These are really good, I'll be honest. I make them a lot. And all right, next. All right, so now to what I'm really making, which is the reimagining the sourdough loaf. So, all right, boom. We're gonna do this over here though. All right, so basically what I'm trying to do is make a more delicious sourdough loaf. Make it a dessert, in other words. I kind of want to bake the insides of this a little bit more. Apparently, these are healthy for some people, so we're gonna go with it. I'm gonna pipe in some filling into here, but I wanted this to be the base. So what I'm gonna do is on the sides of this, I'm gonna recoat it so that it's just a better flavor, you know? Who wants to eat a boring, should we use this one? Who wants to eat a boring sourdough loaf? I don't. I think it's boring. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna press this on the sides so that this sweetness gets into it. So when you take a bite, you're biting in some of the sweetness. All right. So I'm redoing the sides. Instead of just the sourdough loaf, man, we're gonna hit them with some of this banana sweetness. Look at that. That looks good. Okay, but this has crumbs of sourdough, but also have nuts. So we're gonna try to get a nice crunch, right? A nice crunch here on the sides. Again, we're reimagining it. So you know those baking shows where they say, well, do something with this. Here are some ingredients, make it better. That's what I'm doing. But my challenge today was to reimagine it without using any sugar. So instead of sugar, I like the sweetness of banana. I was also contemplating using caramelized apples. When you saute and caramelize the apples, when you saute it with some cinnamon, it tastes just really good. Now, I didn't put cinnamon into the mix, but I can do that. I can do that now. I might just wait on that one. So I can just dash some cinnamon on this. Inside of this one for the second one. It's all good. And I just like the flavor. It just gives it a nice kick. And then this. We're gonna add it to this one as well. It's what was on the bottom, but that bottom one we baked it first. Look at the spatula. Don't you guys want one of these? It's like bees and honeys. Remember to save the bees, guys, by planting a wildflower. Everyone can plant a wildflower. All right. Okay. So we have this. Oy. Just redoing the sides to make the sides all full of this nutty flavor. We're gonna just rebake that. That's great, isn't it? All right. Because the top is done, I'm gonna probably just bake it this way. Well, I'll keep it soft on the inside, that's fine. Bake it this way, that's fine. I just kind of want to this. Put it on another pan. Okay. But look at all those nuts. That's going to be a great bite. Imagine a banana and peanut mix. It's going to be delicious. All right. Even this is a lot of work. I thought making a sourdough bread was a lot of work, but this is a lot of work. All right. So I need another small pan to put this on. Let's get... I'm just gonna stick it in here because this is clean. I just kind of want to toast this one. And the other ones, I don't know. I wonder if the bottom's any good. What do you think? Let's look at the bottom of this again. So I put that same mixture at the bottom. Let's see. Would that even be edible? Like able to come off? Let's see. I don't know. You'll have to like bite all the way into it. I don't want to rebake this one. Ooh, that's thick. I mean, that's sourdough. It's all good. All right, we're gonna put that back in the oven. We're gonna put that back in the oven and hope for the best, I guess. Our cookies are looking good. They still need a little more time, so I'm just gonna close that. And let's roll out some more of this. All right. What are you guys doing for your holidays? What's your holiday dessert that you guys typically make? Put it in the chat. And thank you so much for all the likes. Appreciate that, guys. Guys and gals. All right, so now we're gonna roll this one out and make some more cookies, but I wanna make it into the shape of one of your favorite holidays. So guys, tell me what your favorite holiday is in the chat, or what you think I should do. Should I do a Christmas tree? Should I do a star? Last time I made a star. So let me know if you think that's what I should do again. Make some stars. But this is going to be hand cut. I'm not using a cutter. So let me know what you think would be best. And so this is a pretty nifty tool. What do you guys think? I can't believe I said nifty. Somebody says that around me and I start saying it. Goodness gracious. All right. Okay, so what are we cutting out? You guys have not said anything. Don't be shy. Should I cut a star or a Christmas tree? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. What do you think I should cut it out with? I've been using a knife. Really? You guys are shy. Oh, it's okay. It's okay, you don't have to answer. So, I'll make a star. But I always just use this big old knife. So, I can still use it, I just kind of don't want to. Alright, here we go. Nothing? Nothing? Alright, we're gonna go back to Christmas trees since you guys haven't said anything. Alright, so the goal is to not fill the floor with flour. That's my goal. It's my personal goal. So we'll see how well I do with this heartfelt focus. Okay, so Christmas trees are just triangles. Look at that. Bam. And the smaller you make them, the more cookies you can eat. Is that a good way to think about it? I think so. Alright, I wish I could mail these to you all. These are really good. And why they're good is because the salt gives you like a really nice sweet salt taste. There's only 1/4 cup of sugar in this, which is not a lot at all for cookies. And 2 cups of oat flour. So this is a gluten-free cookie. All right, let's check on the cookies we just made, see how they look. That loaf that I done. Look at these. Let's see if they're brown on the top. They are. A little hot. All right, so these are just, okay, don't judge a book by its cover, okay, because you can just decorate them. But these are just so soft. I mean, it's like really hot, but they're crispy and they're soft. Oh, they're so good. I wish I could. I'm telling you they're good, all right? All right, don't judge it. Don't judge it. They're so good. I'm serious. All right, I might make a sugar glaze for these, but I also need to cut down on sugar, so I might not. We'll see. We'll see if I need some sugar for the day, because I don't eat a lot of sugar in the first place. Look, I have enough for all of you guys. There's only 4 of you. Cheers. Cheers. This is for you guys. All right, so back to this drawing table. We're gonna reuse this parchment paper. So if you use parchment paper instead of wax paper, you can make a couple batches. Save your parchment paper. And less cleaning at the end. Woohoo. Alright. Just gonna cut these out. Sourdough. Alright, so all my Christmas trees are done. And the rest I'm gonna make a star with it. There we go. The sourdough loaf things are still making to the square. Can make a house, I guess. Can make like a little house. I think I will sugar glaze these just because. Kind of. Oh, we need space. I'm gonna make space for the star. Look how easy these are. Like, they just don't stick to anything. They're just really easy to bake. All right, let's make a star. I decided. All right. Let's make a star. So this is how I made my stars before. I just kind of cut out a square and I just pinch the sides like this, pinch the sides like this, the bottom, and we have a star. To just shape it out, shape it nicely. I may have a star. Oh, sorry guys. Sorry about that. So I just pinch the sides, pinch the bottom sides, and then we have a star. What do you think? Yay or nay? Would you would you put this on the top of your decorations, your Christmas tree? And it's okay if it's a little thick, because these cookies bake really light and fluffy. So we have our star. Make one more star. And then we'll sugar glaze it. And then I have to go back to work. It's okay, it's all good. Okay, so I'm gonna try to make sure you guys can see this without getting flour on the floor. Okay, so, all right. We have somewhat of a square. All right, we're gonna pinch these sides for the star, pinch the bottoms, and then finish with the top. All right, is that good? Can I get a like? All right, and don't forget to subscribe for more baking when I go live. All right, that looks great. Okay, I'm gonna show you some sprinkles. You can always put sprinkles on in the end. You can also put marshmallows. Make it like a s'mores with marshmallows. But I'm gonna keep it simple and just do a sugar glaze. But if you have little kids, they love sprinkles for some reason. They also love anything gummy bear or gummy worms. So, as you can see, this is a lot thicker than the other ones, which is good because these are probably too thin. Probably too thin. Look at that. So I can make like a makeshift star. Boom. Oh, what do you think? It's a nice little star as well. All right. And then this one. This can be like a house. And then the rest will just cook regular. It's all good, but it tastes good. They'll be fine. Just giving them a little bit of space. They don't need that much space. These are not gonna merge. All right, let's check on our other thing. See how they look in the oven. Oh. I don't think it's that well cooked. You guys still there? Okay. Okay. Ooh, that bakes nicely. Good, look at that. Don't I look like a pro? Like a professional. What do you think? But I just decorated the sides. Oh, this smells so much better. The sourdough smell, I'm not a big fan. So I put cinnamon. You can see the cinnamon. Oh, wow. That's great. I wish I could sugar glaze that, but I can't. And it'll be fine. It'll still be sweetened somehow. Oh, wow. These turned out great. These loaves, these little slices. Man, all right. Now it's time to prep the sugar glaze. These are a little dry, so I'm gonna really look at the time and make sure I do not That's pretty good. They're not as soft because I left them in too long. Well, this one's a little soft. Look. You see how soft in the middle, but just crispy on the outside? That's what you want. All right, 10 minutes from now, remind me, guys, I'm gonna take them out of the oven. And then we'll work on the sugar glaze now. I'm just gonna clean up my area, and then we'll get started on the sugar glaze. Don't forget, we are gonna add these caviar limes that I showed you before, but those are gonna be injected after, so I'm gonna pop these in the refrigerator. Thanks for staying on, thanks for joining us. You don't want to take more than an hour cooking anything. You don't want to take more than an hour because everything should be kind of quick. So all of my meals are pretty quick. guys still there? Alright, we're working on that sugar glaze. Okay. I promise, we're working on it. Let's see. Should have some powdered sugar in here somewhere. No, it's not powdered sugar. Flour. We're gonna keep this flour. Use it for later. Okay, we're out of powdered sugar, so I'm gonna make some fresh powdered sugar. Alright, so in order to make fresh powdered sugar, you want to use actual sugar, and then you blend the actual sugar and make powdered sugar. For this, you want to make sure your blender is completely dry, so I'm going to dry it out with paper towel. Uh-oh, we lost some people. It's all good. You guys got stuff to do. We're almost at an hour. Gotta get those other cookies out. Alright, we're gonna do just a fun, simple sugar glaze. Again, your blender should be, dry. And I'm just gonna put some sugar here. Usually you're gonna do about half a cup of sugar. You're gonna blend it. Why do you wanna make your own powdered sugar? The reason is it doesn't have starch. Now, after you eat a certain dessert, if you notice you have pimples all over your body or on your face, that means you have an allergy to starch. Even if it's 1, 2 pimples, but they're in random places, it's better to make your own powdered sugar. It's the starch and those things. Now, can you do powdered sugar? Sure, but why not make it a dessert that, is kind of good. Good for you. Keeps you happy, your whole body, and then you can eat it more often. Alright, so now we're just gonna put this on the stove. Alright, so we're just gonna saute this. Where's my pan? Oh, okay. We're just gonna saute this real quick. I typically would use a smaller pan, but I've actually just sugar and vanilla extract. But I'm gonna use this bigger one because it's what I have without food in it. So for me, I like my sugar glaze to have, to boil, to make it like a donut glaze. I don't like the thick sugar glaze that you just put filling on. That's, I don't know, some little kid stuff. So you just pour in that half a cup into there. And then we're just gonna add like 2 teaspoons of, actually we're gonna add a lot of water, like a lot of water. All right, we're also gonna add vanilla extract. All right. Cool. And I do have powdered sugar, don't get me wrong, I just prefer to make my own. Alright. Alright, so look at that. We're gonna pour in some of this water, and I do want it to boil. For me, we are gonna make this boil, alright? But we're gonna make sure we use a wooden spoon so we don't mess up the pan. But we do want this to boil. So in order for me to let it boil, I like it to have enough water, especially while I wait for my cookies to come out of the oven. Okay? Okay. Alright, let's get this stuff out of the way. Alright, here we go. Try to keep this flour off the ground. Alright. Okay, we're gonna pull these cookies out. Ooh, they are done. Those are done. Those stars look great. Alright, the stars look great. So, stars are thick and great. The thicker they are, the softer it is. Some of these I rolled out a little too thin, but it's all good. Alright. So we're done with the oven for a little. We're gonna turn that off. I will rebake these. I will rebake these before serving so that they're hot, but for now we're gonna turn the oven off. And then they're just slightly boiling now. Oh, you guys aren't even watching, but it's all good. Alright. Okay. Good. Alright, it's boiling. This is the perfect time to pour it onto the cookies. I like to pour it on hot cookies. These are my Christmas trees. And then these are my other plate of cookies. So I have 2 plates of cookies. We are gonna pour this all over it. All right, here we go. Just gonna give it a nice sugar glaze with vanilla extract. Soften it a little bit. It's more like a donut glaze. All right, that's all I have. But how do you think my loaf came out? I think it did pretty well. And then my cookies, they're pretty good too. These are just Christmas cookies that you can decorate. I'll decorate those. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for joining us today for making our loaves. The last step that you guys won't see is just me piping in the banana filling into the loaves. So these loaves, I'm going to pipe in the banana filling. And then that is absolutely it. And that's all we have to do. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. And make yourself some